Good evening, Warriors. Welcome back to the Grass Lake Sports Weekly Report, your home for all things Warriors all week long. Whether you're tuning in from the bleachers, the dugout, or right at home, this is where the energy, the passion, and the pride of Grass Lake athletics comes alive. I am your host, James Charles, and this is episode 10. I hope you all had a great holiday weekend and are all geared up and ready to go for the month of September. We've got another jam-packed episode this week, and let me tell you, the fall season is heating up fast. Every week, our athletes are raising the bar, pushing harder, and showing exactly what it means to be a warrior. From the gridiron to the volleyball court, from the cross-country trails to the soccer pitch, our student athletes are putting in the work, and it's time to shine a spotlight on their effort, their grit, and their accomplishments. Here's the deal. This show isn't just highlights and scores. This is about building a community. We're here to celebrate the little moments, the big plays, and everything in between that makes Grass Lake sports so special. It's about the teamwork, the rivalries, the traditions, and yes, those unforgettable Friday nights under the lights. And this week, we've got stories that will fire you up. We'll break down the big wins, highlight standout performances, and give you a sneak peek at the challenges coming up on the schedule. If you love sports, if you love this community, then this is the place to be every single week. So buckle up, Grass Lake, because Season 1, Episode 10 is about to deliver the action, the hype, and the energy you've been waiting for. Let's get loud, let's get proud, and let's dive right in to this week's Grass Lake Sports Weekly Report. Here we go. Looky here, looky here. Tuesday night, September 2nd, guest bartender at Prate's Place, none other than Grass Lake Warrior Club President David Wright. He will be there from 5 to close. 15% of all sales go directly to the Warrior Club. This is a great way to support your Warriors and support Mr. Wright as he gets behind the bar at Prate's Place. Also, $5 off pizza that night, drinks, and pizza for a great cause. You don't want to miss it. Let's show up, Warriors. Let's show that support. In Grass Lake soccer news, both the JV and the varsity competed last week. Monday night at Stoker Field, the JV kicked off their home season, coming up just short against Columbia Central, 5-2. Nathan Maynard and Andrew Rickert, both with goals for GL. Following that game, the varsity went toe-to-toe with the defending conference champion Columbia Central Golden Eagles, with a 1-0 trailing 1-0 at halftime. Let the game slip away in the second half. Ended up losing 5-1 to the Columbia Central Golden Eagles. Ben Tippy with the lone goal for Grass Lake in that game. The varsity team followed that up Wednesday, going on the road to Michigan Center in conference play with an excellent shutout victory, 3-0. Goals by Ben Tippy, Brogan Sallow, and Grayson Moser. Once again, a shutout victory, conference victory against Michigan Center on Wednesday night. That brings the varsity record to 6-4 overall and 2-1 in the conference. JV still looking for their first win of the season. They have 1 loss and 1 tie. The JV team will be playing Wednesday night, September 3rd at Stoker Field, 5 p.m. against Ivywood Classical Academy. And then the varsity team will have another conference matchup, 6:30, following the JV game at 6:30. Same day, Wednesday at Stoker Field against Manchester. So come on out, cheer them boys on.
Very exciting news coming out of the Grass Lake Athletic Department as they have announced the 2025 Hall of Fame class. The 2008 state champion baseball team, the 2006 football state runner up team, Bill Willis and Michael Vasilio. The class will be introduced at halftime of the football game on October 10th against Michigan Center. The following night, on October 11th, there will be an awards banquet and ceremony held at Grass Lake High School. Hors d'oeuvres will be served at 4:30 with the banquet meal being served at 5 and the awards ceremony to be held at 6 p.m. in the auditorium. Tickets for the event will cost $20, with inductees being free, and can be purchased at the door. Congratulations to all of those 2025 Grass Lake Warrior Hall of Fame recipients. If you have a young warrior that is interested in taking up bowling, Suburban Lanes has a youth bowling league that will begin on September 6th. They have 2 sessions. First session will start at 8:30. These will be Saturday mornings. 8:30 is a more advanced level of play, which includes rental shoes and 3 games of bowling in a tournament style league. They also have a 10:30 time slot, which is geared towards younger kids and beginner bowlers. But if you're interested in getting signed up for that, get a hold of Suburban Lanes. They can steer you in the right direction. I will also have contact information in the description of the show. But once again, that's at Suburban Lanes on Saturday mornings, 8:30 and 10:30, beginning September 6th.
Our Lady Warrior golf team got to get out and let them rip for the first time this season as they ventured out on last Monday to the Napoleon Jamboree and finished in 6th place with a team score of 255, led by junior Ava Hamp with a score of 62, junior Lauren Dosser with a 63, senior Bryn Bell with a 64, freshman Emma Troyer with a 66, junior Haley Simon with a 70, and sophomore Ava Renfro with a 71. They then moved on to action Wednesday night at the Columbia Central Jamboree and improved their team score from 255 to a 249, finished in 5th place. Once again, led by junior Lauren Doser with a 57, junior Ava Hamp with a 61, freshman Emma Troyer with a 64, Michael Tucker with a 67, freshman Lucy Niehaus with a 67, and junior Phoebe Harvey with a 73. The girls will continue their golf adventure next Tuesday. They will travel to the Cascades Golf Course in Jackson for the Hanover Horton Jamboree. So if you're out there and you've got any pictures, you've got any video of these girls competing, please feel free to send them to me at glsportsweeklyreport at gmail.com. And we'll be sure to get them on here for you. As I said, next Tuesday, September 2nd, 1 p.m., they will travel to Cascades Golf Course in Jackson for the Hanover Horton Jamboree. And their upcoming events following that will be the Vandercook Lake Jamboree and the East Jackson Jamboree in the following weeks to come. So keep up the good work, ladies. This coming Saturday, September 6th, at the Willis Road Baseball and Softball Complex, Great Lakes Renegades Softball is hosting a Wear Your Efforts base running clinic. Limited spots are available. There will be 4 sessions throughout the day. Each session will be 90 minutes long. Players will be working on getting out of the batter's box, leadoffs at each base, basic sliding, different sliding angles at each base, talk about the math of the game and how it benefits the base runner and offense. The cost is $60 per player. Those time slots are 11 to 12:30, 12:30 to 2, 2:30 to 4, and 4 to 5:30. If you have any questions, please feel free to email glrenegadessb@gmail.com. This is for all ages 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16U. I will have this registration link in the description. Also, this Saturday, September 7th, at the Grass Lake Parks and Trails Baseball Softball Complex on Willis Road, the Grass Lake Sports and Entertainment Group is hosting a 5-tool baseball training comprised of fielding, base running, and hitting. Each session is 1 hour and will be split into 2 age groups. 10, 11, 12 will be one age group, and 13, 14 will also be the other age group. Instruction by current college baseball players and high-level high school players. You can get registered at glsportsweeklyreport.com. Once again, that is this Saturday, September 7th, ages 10 to 14, and that will go from 10 to 1 p.m. In Warrior football news, our Little Warriors program is right around the corner. They will meet on Sundays at the high school football practice field at the end of the bus loop on the west side of the high school from 11 a.m. to noon. That'll be September 14th, September 21st, and September 28th each day. They will do practice and agility drills for 30 minutes, then take a quick break, then play a 30-minute game broken up by age group. They will also get an opportunity to play under the lights at halftime of the JV football game on September 29th. Looking forward to seeing these young Warriors participate in that event. Things are heating up on the youth front at the 5th and 6th grade tackle football level as these boys were out competing in a little scrimmage on last Wednesday night. Trying to help each other get better. Remember, folks, iron sharpens iron, and one man sharpens another. So this is an opportunity to help these teams each get a little bit better, figure out what they're getting into, help them prepare for their upcoming live games, which begin this Sunday, September 7th. Gives an opportunity for the coaches and the players both to see where they need to focus their energy, what they need to improve on, and get prepared for that first live action on the field. Put them in the best possible situation to succeed. So once again, those boys will start their regular season at home this Sunday, September 7th at Stoker Field. Grass Lake team number 2 will compete against Homer 2:30 p.m. and Grass Lake team number 1 will compete against Vandercook Lake at 4 o'clock. Once again, that's this Sunday, September 7th at Stoker Field. Come on out. Cheer them young Warriors on. In middle school football action, the boys ventured off to Columbia Central for their first on-the-field live action in a scrimmage last Wednesday night, I believe. The Grass Lake cheerleaders were there to encourage them. Those middle school boys will have their first official game coming up Thursday night, September 4th at Jonesville. So if you want to watch them boys, you can travel out there. Or it also appears that they do have a camera set up. So if you have that National Federation of High School Sports uh, subscription, you can watch that game live. So once again, that is September 4th, Thursday, their first official game for the Grass Lake Middle School football team. At the high school level, our JV team started their season off at home with a win over Adrian Madison. A lot of these boys I had the opportunity to coach when they were younger, and trust me, they are a awesome group. They're gonna be exciting to watch this season and beyond their entire high school career. It's cool to see where they were, know where they came from, and where they are now. But they are an awesome group, and this is one play. Grass Lake with the ball here. Looks like they're at about the 35. Cromery jumps back right up the gut to Will Ford for probably about a 65-yard touchdown. How about them Warriors? Those JV boys will not play again until Monday, September 8th, with the holiday. They miss out on playing this week, but they will play again Monday, September 8th, 6 p.m. at Jonesville High School. It's a long ride, but probably well worth it to go down and watch them boys compete. Our varsity Warriors got their season kicked off on the road at Adrian Madison last Friday night. And although the scoreboard was not in our favor, I'm sure the boys enjoyed getting out, competing under the lights, competing under those Friday night lights, even though it was a Thursday because of the holiday. Uh, but I know that they will continue to push forward. Um, Winning is always fun, but I promise you, losing is where we learn the most. So I'm sure these boys are taking away as much as they can from this game to move forward and help them in the next game. Their next game will be at home, the first one of the season, at Joe Betchel against Jonesville High School this Friday night. I'm sure those boys would appreciate us to fill the stands and cheer them on. Their first home game of the season under the lights at Joe Betchel this Friday. Big shout out to Grass Lake sixth grader Emmy McClure as she competed at Skate Detroit in Bloomfield Hills and came out with the gold in XL Pre-Juvenile Plus about a week and a half ago. I would be lying if I said I knew anything about figure skating, but this is a huge accomplishment and must see. Once again, congratulations to Emmy McClure for her gold medal at Skate Detroit. Sunday, August 24th, the Grass Lake equestrian team participated in the first of three district meets at Lenawee County Fairgrounds. As a Division B team, they competed against Manchester, Saline, Napoleon, Ada, and Onstead. The team is currently holding the second place position, just 9 points behind Napoleon. Junior and co-captain of the team, Ava Renbeck, placed second in Western and Hunt seat, Ava also placed third in saddle seat showmanship and the timed event. Ava and her partner Addison placed fourth in the two-person relay. Junior and co-captain of the team, Bryn Corneliuson, placed sixth in saddle seat showmanship and seventh in western showmanship. Kennedy Collins placed first in saddle seat equitation, saddle seat pattern, and equitation over fences. Kennedy also placed second in the flag race. Addison Allen placed third in both hunt seat equitation and trail. Addison also placed fourth in equitation over fences and fifth in timed event. Bella Nolan Hitchcock placed fourth in the timed event and fifth in hunt seat bareback. Bella and her partner Kennedy placed second in the two-person relay. Brandon Love Evans participated in his first horse show this weekend. He learned a lot and has made improvements in his riding. With large class sizes of 15 plus riders in each, the coaches are very proud of this team's hard work and look forward to our next meet at Lenawee again on September 7th. And as you can see, according to the Grass Lake Warrior website, the equestrian team will compete Sunday, September 7th at the Lenawee County Fairgrounds again, starting at 8 a.m. Good luck to that crew. Keep pressing forward. The girls' varsity volleyball team hosted Livonia Clarenceville for their home opener. They were able to secure the win in three sets, 25-18, 25-16, and 25-15, with every player contributing to the win. Ashley Simon led with 8 kills, while Reese Lape had 6, and Addie Henson followed with 5. Lape was perfect at the service line, serving 14 for 14 with 12 points and 3 aces. Vivian Vitale served 13 for 14 with 12 points and 1 ace. Vitale led with 14 digs. Haley Laurie led with 15 assists and had 7 digs. Dylan France followed with 11 assists. The Warriors are back in action on Thursday night, the 4th, at home against Vandercook Lake. 6:30 start time. You can watch that on the National Federation of High School Sports subscription if you have that. That will be videoed as well. But I'm sure the girls would much rather have you in the stands making that gym loud. At the JV level, the JV girls started their season off strong, winning 2-0 against Clarenceville on Tuesday night. Grass Lake won the first set 25-9 and the second set 25-10. Each team member played a role in these wins. Some key highlights are from Lily McVicker, who served 14 of 15 with 7 aces as well as 10 assists. Kinsley Ute served 5 of 6, and Chloe Holyfield served 8 of 9, both of them with 4 aces. Ava Hall and Aubrey Williams both served 3 aces, while Leah Langley had 3 kills. The JV girls will compete against Vandercook Lake Thursday night at 5 p.m. Also in the world of volleyball, Youth League registration is open. This is for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th graders. Fall Youth League that will be coached by your very own varsity volleyball team. The goal of the league is to focus on the developmental skills of volleyball. Your child will be able to interact and learn from the varsity volleyball players. They hope to pass on their love for the game of your child. Each child will receive a t-shirt jersey. 3rd and 4th grade will be 4 versus 4 on a modified court. And 5th and 6th graders will play full court 6 on 6. The league will run October 4th, October 11th, October 18th, and November 1st in the morning with partial time of practice and gameplay. Registration closes September 19th. No late registrations will be accepted, so make sure you get those registrations in. I will have the registration link in the description. Don't forget to get geared up for this fall season, Warriors. Whether you're going to a football game, you're going to a volleyball game, you're going to a cross country meet, soccer match, whatever it might be, you've got to have your Warrior wear. You can get your official Warrior wear on the bsnsports.com site. You can order that on there, have it customized if you'd like. They've got plenty of stuff, polo shirts, sweatshirts, fleece pants, hats, a couple different logos, designs that you can choose from, and have that shipped right to the house. Also, there are a few team shops still open. The Grass Lake football, the high school football team, still has their team shop open. This is sports specific. As you can see, the shirts say Grass Lake football on them. Got shirts, sweatshirts, uh, hoodies, jackets, shorts, duffel bags, backpacks, whatever you want, you can get it right here. Most of these items, I believe, are shipped within 1 to 2 business days. I know we ordered ours and got them in about less than a week. So that shop is only open for another 1 day, 9 hours, and 17 minutes. So you better jump on it before it's too late. Also, the Grass Lake Youth Football Program has their store open. A little bit different logo, a little bit different design on there for you. That shop is still open for another 10 days, 9 hours, and 17 minutes. So you've still got some times. And once again, that's the same thing. I believe those are all shipped within 1 to 2 business days. So once you order it, it won't take long at all to get that to your house. And obviously, a portion of the proceeds helps that youth football program out. But either way, whether you order it online from the BSN website, or you can get it from the Warrior Club at all home high school events, you've got to get geared up. You've got to support your Warriors, wear your Warrior wear. As always, don't forget to visit the official Grass Lake Warrior Sports website for your high school, middle school sports at grasslakewarriors.com. Currently, our featured event is the Hanover Horton Jamboree, where our girls varsity golf will compete. That is Tuesday, September 2nd at 1 p.m. So they've got 19 hours, 11 minutes, and 40 seconds to get ready for that. So all your middle school and high school events for this week for September 2nd through September 7th. As I mentioned, the girls varsity golf team will head out to Cascades Golf Course for the Hanover Horton Jamboree on Tuesday, September 2nd at 1 o'clock. The cross country team gets their feet moving at Addison on Wednesday, September 3rd at 3:30. The middle school volleyball teams will get their season rolling as the 7th grade and 8th grade team will compete at Columbia Central High School 4:30 on Wednesday. Also Wednesday, the boys JV team at Stoker Field, 5 o'clock start time against Ivywood Classical Academy. The boys varsity team will follow that match at about 6:30 at Stoker Field as well against Manchester High School. I don't think this is Manchester's logo. It looks like a Hanover Horton logo, but they are playing Manchester. Thursday night, the middle school team will travel to Jonesville to compete at 4:30 start time. 7th and 8th grade team. Also Thursday night, girls JV volleyball will be competing against Vandercook Lake at Grass Lake High School. Start time 5 p.m. The varsity girls will follow that at approximately 6:30 p.m. Against Vandercook Lake. And Friday night at Joe Betchel, the boys varsity football team has their first home game against Jonesville. Saturday morning, girls volleyball will be at the Quincy Invite starting at 9 a.m. Cross country will be at Willow Metro Park in New Boston, Michigan. A little bit of a travel for the Rambling Rock Invitational Saturday morning at 10 o'clock. And then Sunday morning, the equestrian team is back out at Lenawee County Fairgrounds competing at 8 a.m. Also on Sunday at Stoker Field, the 5th and 6th grade tackle teams will compete. Grass Lake number 2 team will be competing against Homer at 2:30, and Grass Lake number 1 will be competing against Vandercook at 4 p.m. So that is all of the events for this week that I am aware of. If you're out there and you know of more, let me know. Let's put it on the channel. Let's let everybody know. Well, that's a wrap for this week's episode of the Grass Lake Sports Weekly Report. It continues to be a work in progress, and there's plenty more I would like to incorporate into this project, but I need your help. Let me know if I'm screwing anything up, especially when it comes to pronouncing names. Our Warriors deserve to have their names pronounced correctly. If you have scores, pictures, highlight videos, game summaries, or upcoming events, please email me at glsportsweeklyreport@gmail.com. Remember, this channel is not about me, it's about we. If you are a business, organization, or individual that would like to sponsor an episode of the Grass Lake Sports Weekly Report, get in touch with me and we can make it happen. Lots of Warrior action this week, so let's fill these stands. Let's get loud and let everybody know what the Warrior Nation is all about. Have a great week, and until next time, God bless our kids, God bless our community, and go Warriors!